So timestamps exist in case you just want to skip forward. OBS always cuts me off when I say so because the S consonant is really, really weird for me. But otherwise, yeah, I did do an Ironclad Ascension 2, and that was successful. So, I guess we're gonna do Ascension 3 and oh, never mind. That's right. I'm going absolutely. That forgot. That's because if you didn't notice, really quickly here, I did use this on a custom run because I wanted to get a salty run back. This was the salty run back, by the way. So same seed, custom, I did a lot better. Unfortunately, that means that I don't get anything else. I thought we could go up to Ascension 4. Am I going crazy? Well, either way, just to show you, I have not played the defect much, so I'm just doing Ironclad a whole bunch. But for timestamp's sake, let's go silent for a few seconds unless the game stops. And yeah, off we go. I completely forgot though, yeah, that on Ascension 2, your HP essentially does get hit by 20% at the start of the run here. So yeah, and if that's not true, well, feel free to feel free to correct me. We're gonna just take this, by the way. A block deck or a what is this? Instant AoE gratification or block. We can go for block. I would preferably want thorns, but you know what? We'll try it blocking for a moment. So as we start in the underdogs and we have the power-saving matriarch to fight, and by that I mean that's just how I remember it, that I want to pop a bunch of power cards and basically get set up, and then that's how you fight that boss. Or that's how I try fighting that boss. Anyway, up the middle seems... I like taking rest sites in between elites, so that might be what I do. Otherwise, up the middle, 5 enemies into 2 rest sites. Yeah, I think we'll go left. Might be a bad decision, but we're going to go left. So, we'll start through the middle, but then go left. So, yeah. Yeah, actually, did I get that wrong? I did. Well, too late now. So, no, I think that's fine. Yeah, 1 into an elite, into a rest site, into a 3rd elite, possibly. We'll see. We'll see what I do. I mean, it is a forced 3rd elite, but I'm trying to say that... Oh my goodness, this is absolutely terrible, by the way. We can take 6 damage here. I don't like to take 6 damage, but it's fine. But yeah, we'll see what happens. So, grapple, iron wave, body slam, question mark. Should have actually just struck there. I don't know why I did that, but if we get 3 strikes, it's great. If we don't, sadness happens, so I guess we just defend twice and... well, do our best. Oh my goodness, we get nothing this turn. Oh, wow. But otherwise, yeah, just going through the rest of March with Slay the Spire 2. I will still be playing Slay the Spire 2 after March. Whether or not I do more videos, I guess we'll see. Burning Pact. Nah, Anger. Perfected Strike would have been okay for the early game, but meh. And Dark Door. So, probably going to be a strike here. There goes any hope of running Perfected Strike if I wanted to run it, but again, it should be fine. So yeah, we can grapple. I didn't mean to do that, but it's too late now, so whoopsie doopsie. Guess we're hitting the Thorn Tadpole. That's why they call it, because after the first turn, it gets thorns, so... we can defeat it, and then throw on damage. The problem is now we have to draw 3 strikes in a row, or suffer. So, yeah, I guess we just do that. I think this counts as well. We take thorns for it, but it counts as well. Oh my goodness. OBS, stop cutting me off! Into a question mark. Go Eternal. Cannot be removed or transformed, but you can exhaust it or transform it in battle. So, the question is what I get from this. Yeah, you know what? Let's go Greed for now. What's the worst that could happen? 58 HP. It's not going to be great. Already, it wasn't looking great, but at least we take no damage. I do see that a lot with Body Slam or running blocks with attacks. Is that, yeah, you end up taking less damage overall, as opposed to just going all out, which is usually what I prefer. It's not always going to be the most efficient way, but it helps out. And if you're just playing the numbers, then essentially, yes, you are getting more out of it, especially when you combine things like Grapple. When you use Body Slam, you are getting block and attack out of your blocking. So, 63 HP. Off we go. Immediately Blood Wall, eh? Well, Blood Wall into Body Slam. We'll wait in case we just get a handful of strikes and defense. Grapple, Iron Wave, Strike. And we take 4 damage in the face. What's next? Bash, Anger, Iron Wave? Bash, Anger, Iron Wave. This is so that we can deal damage while also getting some block set up. It's not the greatest, but yeah, as this turn shows us, I would like to push this enemy before it gets too much, and that by that I mean bash, so that we have enough turns of vulnerability to hit it as hard as we can, if possible. You know, unless we draw like 2 defends and a greed, but otherwise, I guess we will. This will save me more damage. I don't believe in myself. If we draw 2 strikes, though, we're good. We draw 1 because that was what was probably remaining, and off we go. We did lose a lot of HP, but hey. Non-attack card. We have a lot of non-attack cards, don't we? Out of things, yeah. Greed, Blood Wall. Yeah, no, that's actually about it. So, otherwise, Bloodletting. Yeah, Bloodletting. Yeah, Bloodletting. So, don't want to smith, want to rest. Resting has just been the more consistent option for me. Says someone with like a 10% win rate, but hey. Evil Eye, it only exhausted, otherwise a free shrug it off, or a low-cost shrug it off. And 3 random 0-cost cards. But they're random cards that have the 0 cost, I believe. So, make use of our greed. Get rid of a strike. And you know what? We will take shrug it off, because we're working with that. We can also take another grapple. Would like a body slam instead, but we'll do grapple. So, if nothing else for the early game. Okay, the Thorns is going to help out immensely. So I guess we'll take this Elite. Here's the AoE. But we have indirect AoE by way of blocking. Now the next thing I'm worrying about is that whether or not when I grapple here, it'll mean anything. Yeah, because we want to block, actually, instead of Jackpot here. There's Blood Wall. That makes me a little sad. That makes things a little sadder to see, but eh. We can't block everything, but we'll do just as well because of all this real damage going out. So, yeah, another grapple and nothing else. Fine, so be it. I don't know if we can get rid of anything. We'll try. Yeah, okay, we can. And that way we take less damage. Greed filling up my hand with nothing, but so be it. That's the way the gardeners crumble. And strikes and defends the turn, the sequel. So we can get rid of 1. We take 9 damage in the face for it, but would rather get rid of 1. And off we go. So grapple, Iron Wave, Body Slam. And away we go. Oh my goodness, I didn't mean to do that. I did it out of habit. All I did was lose HP though. Well, hey, another grapple? No, let's try grabbing something else. Not really using vulnerability. I probably want to soon, but we're playing with block for the moment. Now, with enemies that make us frail, which reduces our block by 25%, you will feel that. So, hey, here's hoping. And here's where we can only use 1 skill per turn, which isn't so bad here, but yeah, because we thankfully have Iron Wave, which is a double block. Unfortunately, in this instance, we drew a bunch of defense, and we actually just want to defeat this enemy within, like, 4 turns. But that's not what happened today, was it? So Jackpot there. Maybe we can just get out. Okay, it actually is just 0-cost cards that belong to the character. But Spite, we could draw it with Blood Wall. Might as well give us a chance to do something else rather than nothing else. And we're gonna go rest here to try to fight another Elite. Again, if you feel confident and or you have your strategy and then you also get lucky, then you don't need like tremendous luck. You just need good enough luck to make things work out, in my opinion anyway. So, and by that I mean if you're basically a good player at Slay the Spire 2 with an okay amount of luck, you can make a lot of cool things happen. Maybe I actually want a Bloodlet instead. Maybe not. No, so we're gonna do this. Oh, it chooses randomly. I completely forgot about that. But then we just stop here. That way, when it hits us, they stay stunned, and I can do whatever I want. So we'll get rid, or we'll try to get rid of the lower one first, because that's right. I'm weakened at the moment. But if we draw enough, we should be fine. We're not fine. All right, cool story. Cool. You know, nah, yeah, you can take that 20 gold, whatever. If that makes the difference, sadness, I guess. But taunt to add some vulnerability to our deck and continue blocking. So, yeah, these thorns are going to help out. I'm pretty sure if I thorns this, do I actually get to do a thing? Does that count? No, it does not. So it does not break through the hardened shell of the skulking colony. Yeah, that's all I have to say at the moment. So grapple, blood wall, so we can block everything, and we just sit here and let it hit us. And that feels cool. Iron Shrug, we could Bloodlet. Yeah, we probably want to Bloodlet. And we do as many attacks as possible. Now we have to spend another turn in here because that turn was fruitless, but it'll have to do for now. Yeah, so here's the other turn. We might as well just block. So grapple, defend, spite, sit here, take 6 damage, get out. Happy Flower. Every 3 turns gain energy. Grapple, spite, sword, boomerang. Well, that's an interesting... This is an interesting one to do. I could grapple again. Because our deck is soon going to become very, very large. Now, I could just draw 2 grapples or draw no grapples until the end of the deck. But, hey, we're going to be a bit... Do I want to be a bit? No, we're blocking here. We should be okay. So, Jackpot... You know, upgraded Jackpot, extra damage, but definitely the upgraded random cards. Because it could be, I think it, is it attack cards? I can't remember. Oh my goodness, I should have looked at it. Yeah, upgraded cards. So it could be upgraded Bloodletting, upgraded Anger, so on and so forth. What a hand this is, by the way. Let's just drink a potion. Might as well. Purity. No attacks. Which we will soon not have, so I guess. So Iron Wave, Anger into Impatience. What else do I want to do? We actually don't want to wake it up yet, but I don't have any way to scale. So you know what? I think we just hit it here, right? Yeah, I think we just hit it here. Shrug it off first. Maybe we see something. We don't see anything. So off we go. Yeah, this is going to be interesting because this Matriarch just hits us really hard. So our Thorns is still going to do some damage, but... don't think it's as much as I'd want, but... I'm sitting here blocking anyway. I think it does increase its strength at some point. Am I getting that wrong? Well, didn't get a lot of block this turn, so I guess we will drink this Clarity Extract. Jackpot! Offering... Bully... Should have grappled first. Can grapple again, if I so choose. Power... And we sit here and defend, I guess. I didn't actually want to, you know, sit there with all those cards, but the game didn't really give me much of a choice. Bloodletting, Iron Spite, Strike, Blood Wall. No grapple that turn, but we'll deal with it for the moment. What does it do? Exhaust something every turn. Yeah. At the start of the turn, exhaust the card on top of the draw pile, which will eventually just end up with Angers, so hey. But the problem we're having is that we need to do other stuff. So basically looking for Barricade if we can survive this. We should be able to survive this. If we don't survive this, I'd be a little sad. We lose in defense, so we are slowly getting oofed here, but we have enough block to block a lot of stuff, so we should be fine for the moment. Anger, Impatience. Strike, take damage in the face, I guess. We do have a blood potion on us, so it's not all too dire yet, but man, oh man, does it make me feel really sad. So, we'll do our best. Ooh! OBS cut me off again. We should be okay here. If we're not okay here, I'd be a little surprised. My goodness, our strength and our frailty. But grapple, I guess. Sit here and yeah, barely get out. I didn't need to actually do that. I just realized, so I lost HP for no reason. But how many strikes do we have left? 3. Impervious is okay. I like Demon Form. I guess we'll play Impervious. So, if you didn't notice in that last... oh, I should have taken a look at the map. Yeah, let's take a look first. In that last Ironclad run that I successfully won, I did get an effect that essentially added retain to all cards that came after I picked up a certain effect. So take that as you will. That's very good though. So we probably go up the middle to the right where there are rest areas in between. No merchants on that path, so that's going to be a very interesting choice. But maybe we won't need it. May reroll each card, replace Burning Blood with more HP recovery. Reroll. And off to the right we go. And not a lot of block, but you know what? Could be worse. We'll sit on these potions. We shouldn't need to drink any potions here, but if we do, you stole my vulnerability card. But bloodletting jackpot, spite, and yeah, off we go. Drum 2 cards, exhaust the top. That's not the worst thing in the world. Do I want to be exhausting cards? I'm gonna reroll instead. There we go. Something that fits the deck we're using at the moment. I still like to play kind of main sub-hybrid decks, and by that I mean I concentrate on like some kind of deck where it's exhaust as the Ironclad, which I haven't played much of, or whether it is, in this case, a block deck. Maybe you just run a lot of zero-cost anger cards and try to make everything low-cost. Maybe you're running the 2-cost card that makes your next attack free, something like that. But you want to add. I usually like adding something else along with it. So nothing else is happening. No reason to blood wall. But again, it also depends. The relics I feel do play a big part into what happens to your face. So as we take a bunch of damage here, I'll just take a bunch of damage here. Ooh. We can actually block this all, but we can also just stun it as well. We don't get a lot for it, but what can I do? I don't have a lot else to my name at the moment. So, probably get rid of this. No, let's... Bloodletting first, Primal Force. Turn all the attacks into rocks and just throw rocks. Snecko Oil. Fight me, Flame Barrier. Flame Barrier, please. Therefore, I get more effective thorns. And immediately, jackpot. Primal Force, Drum, Battle, Trance. Drum first. See what we can do. Rage. Then Battle Trance. Now, because I was searching for Bloodletting there. It not appearing for a while kind of confused me for a moment. So Rock. Should be out next turn. If anything weird happened, I would have used the Snecko Oil, but we should be okay here. I don't think we need to flame. I'm just going to Flame Barrier just to be safe. It's enough to block it all. Yeah. So 9 overall defense damage. Expect to fight Pommel Strike 1-2 punch. 1-2 punch grapple? 1-2 punch grapple. Just take the guaranteed rare card that appeared. Golden card. What do you want to call it? Jackpot. Yeah, jackpot. Spite, Drum, and Snecko, and see what happens. See if we can, play any zero-cost cards. Don't want to exhaust that quite yet, but hey. Nothing else to do, though, so, Maybe there was. I'm going crazy. I just realized I don't have as many, AoE cards. My only AoE is indirectly through Thorns and maybe a Flame Barrier setup, but whoops. So, anger, blah, go for defense, question mark? We have nothing else but to use all of our energy, never mind. Can we rush this? Because we don't have a lot of block left. We have grapple, indirect damage, but that's not going to be enough. In fact, we do nothing this turn, so I'm actually going to pop an attack potion and see. I should have bashed first. Mistakes were made. 1, 2, not enough. Just a bunch of pain. We have a blood potion, but this is so much damage. Ah! Make it stop. There goes taunt, but we have grapple. We could have also just jackpotted. Let's actually jackpot. Just get out. What am I doing? Cruelty. Vulnerable enemies take extra reroll. And we'll just go for searching. Draw cards. Hey, let's divide a bunch of times. So 1, oh my goodness, nothing. 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I have to actually do this. Whoops. It's fine. Book of 5 rings, a rare. Can I get barricade, please? No? Alright. Pyre or offering? Pyre. Grapple, Ashen, Burning Pact. Reroll? Bully, Inflamed Drum. Well, alright. Finally get Drum of Battle, actually, without relying on, a thing, and Slay the Spire crashed. That's interesting. I also forgot to note that we did get an update, so that was very interesting to see. But because this is a stream-like video, we're going to keep everything in. So, yeah, that was really interesting to see. Just to go over the notes while we wait for the game to load. Version 0.101.0. The Silent got reworked. Nothing really to say there. Necrobinder Regent. Potions, Pendulum Relic got reworked. Common, whenever you shuffle your draw piles, draw a card. Common, every 3 turns, draw 1 card. And then enemies, the Door Maker is reworked and nerfed, so I guess that's why it was easier for me. But, anywho, watch the game crash again, by the way. Okay, Decimillipede. Why did the game crash? Anyway, let's see here. I did not get anything that I really care about, so I guess we grapple something, and could Impervious... is Blood Wall going to be enough? No, it's not. I have to Impervious. Taunt, I guess. And yeah, it didn't really matter. We were just throwing things somewhere anyway. Again, the Thorns are in very, very indirect AoE, but whenever I'm attacked, gain, maybe we don't want, yeah, maybe we don't want to Pyre. Alright, we won't Pyre then. Flame Barrier, and we just sit here and take the damage of the face. Because some of them some of the parts of the Decimillipede do multi-attacks, so it kind of does help a little bit to block, but, although we should probably try to get rid of one. That way we don't have to deal as much. We will get our potions worked if we triple our block, but the question is, if we get to block... I also didn't look at what my next fight was. Yeah, you know what? Let's just burn it now. Yes, we also have the blood potion, but you never know, right? Maybe we just rest a bunch and get some good encounters, and suddenly we're topped off on HP. Rage. Battle Trance. Blood. 1-2 Shrug. Never mind, that's right, we don't get anything else. So, I guess we just get rid of someone here. But right afterward, one part is going to revive, the other is going to hit me as hard as it can, and we jackpot. Bully, Primal, does nothing for me. We can drum twice. Do we have anything that we can drum? Not really. Actually, we just be reshuffling the deck. So, you know what? I guess we do have to pop... maybe I'm just going to drum a battle. Maybe we get something for our trouble. Nope, we got nothing. So, yeah, we just pop this blood potion immediately and take this 18 damage in the face. We take 2 damage overall. Well, well, well. There goes Rage and Defend. Flame Barrier and Anger. This should be it. Because we're going to get hit enough times to... Oh, never mind. The revive happens first. There goes Jackpot. I didn't know... I completely forgot that happens twice. But anyway. 1-2 Punch Spite. So we get 4 times. Right? Nope. Going crazy. Grapple, Strike, Shrug, Defend. Howl from Beyond. On Flag. Reroll. Unrelenting, I guess. Unrelenting. And yeah, off to the right till we go. What do we get? What's our relic? Start a 3rd turn, gain 1 strength, 1 dexterity. Well, we'll take any little increase, but... yeah, we'll see. Stirberry. Probably just rest again here. There are golden skills I could. Gain 2 energy at the start of each turn. Yeah, sure. Now, is 58 HP going to be enough? It would be, if we can survive. I mean, we already used 1 rest spot. If I have to use more, yeah, that'd be really not great. Hey, Region. Although we are getting slapped really hard here, so, here's hoping, right? Dang. 1-2 punch grapple, but if I do that, I can't block. So instead, grapple, flame barrier instead, because we'll save impervious for a later turn when we're getting hit super, super hard in the face. Like this! Jackpot. Do we get anything else? Not really. Bloodletting, please, so that I can blood wall. But first, rage. All the free cards, basically. Do we have grapple set up? No, we don't. I could just throw rocks at this, but I don't want to. So, probably should have taunted first. It's fine. What could I draw off of this? Spite, I guess. Yeah, might as well battle. Oh, that's right. We can't do it anymore. Hey, I play Ironclad a lot and the most, and nothing happens to me. Grapple, spite, anger, defend, strike. And now we deal with the scaling things. Unfortunately, we got nothing else. So, yeah. Shrug first. Maybe we get something. I don't think we want a Pyre at the moment. But it'll make the other turns, the next 2 turns nicer. And if we're in here for more than a turn, then I guess it'll be what we have to do. Ow! We just need to survive this encounter. Unfortunately, we're not getting as much. So, Impervious Primal into turning rocks. We have a lot of energy to burn. It's a shame that we didn't get our blocks set up properly. 1-2 punch Unrelenting. Although that just unrelentings itself, so it's not like I get 2 stacks of unrelenting. Gambling chip. Start of each combat, draw, basically reroll everything. Reroll this instead too. We could just start exhausting a bunch. Do I really want to do that? No. So Molten Fist, maybe we taunt into Molten Fist. That's the hope. We can rest. And that's our hope. I don't fight you a lot. Let's see here. Unrelenting... Question mark. We're not getting hit, so no reason to really rage. So we'll do anything else. We still didn't get a lot, but hey, 1-2 punch anger. Maybe we'll get back to it, and then unrelenting grapple. And off we go. Tender. Whenever you play a card, lose strength and dexterity for the turn. Whenever I play a card. So really punishing me for playing too many cards in a turn, theoretically speaking. Thankfully, we have Thorns to kind of help a little bit, but I would still like to do other stuff. So, yeah, this is really not good for me. Well, Bully, Iron Wave, Battle Trance, Defend True Grit. We'll try to block. It's not a lot of block, but I need to save some HP somewhere. Unfortunately, we didn't get much else. So, Impervious, Grit, Iron Wave, Body Slam. Probably should have just Body Slammed in the first place. Hey, it's Cascade. I generally think Cascade is a general good card, but as I sit here, we're actually just going to reroll everything, and then nah. In an attempt to get Bloodletting was what I was going to say, but that didn't happen. So, we just sit here and let the... Entomancer hit itself. That way I don't get dazed because I'm not doing attacks. It's hitting itself, essentially. So yeah, we just sit here and let the Thorns do its work. I think we had the Flame Barrier last turn, though, but hey. So, on this specific instance, though, we can do anything else first. So, Battle Trance, there's the Dazed, we get nothing else. And in fact, I probably should not have even Bloodlet there because there's nothing else to use. Otherwise, grapple, Iron Wave, strike. And yeah, we're dazed here, but we're out, so it doesn't really matter. Howl, Evil Eye, Perfected Strike, Evil Eye, upgraded. I don't know if we could block against this, but I guess we're going to find out. 26, yeah, you know what? We'll get our HP's worth. If you feel confident, upgrade. I'm just not as confident, so hey. Debt. I guess replace everything, really, because I'm just waiting for a Bloodletting so that when I use Jackpot, I can do something else with my life. Unfortunately, I can't do anything else with my life. Please draw something else. Nope, I did not. So, we can taunt first. Anger, Unrelenting, Grapple, Bully, and sit here. And now the battle really begins. The battle really begins. We lose a defend. That's fine. Because, hey, it procced Evil Eye. Should have actually 1-2 punch grappled first, but it's fine. We do need to frantically escape at some point, though. So, yeah, here's hoping. Drum, see what we get. Bash Flame Barrier would be nice, but I think we don't really get much time to bash, because we're going to get slapped really hard here. Let's see, Bloodlet. I was about to say, I forgot if Bloodletting actually makes it so that it exhausts itself. It does not. So here's hoping. Yeah, and we need frantic escapes soon, but we don't really get to do that. We can exhaust debt. The question is, do we even get to do anything else? Because yeah, we need to do frantic escape. That's all we have this turn. I will still use 2, and then we'll just use that. Rage, 1-2 punch, bash. I'm gonna anger here instead. We should be out in about 3 turns. If not, I think we have frantic escapes left. We do. Rage, bully, blood wall. Now we need some really, really big cards, though. So here's hoping. We did not get as much as I thought. So this is gonna be very interesting. Bully, strike, flame barrier, body slam. Yeah, probably. Unrelenting. And then flame barrier, body slam. Yeah, there you go. That's how I'm tapping my head in real life. Thrash, tear asunder. For each time you lost HP this combat. Do I want to play with that? I'm still looking for Barricade. Didn't get it, so maybe I should have just stuck with it. We'll just take Demon Form for the moment. Elite. Probably should not have taken that, all things considered, but I already made my decision. Do we want to play it safe here? Just go up to the left and to the right? Yeah, probably, right? Now, I don't know if I'll defeat the Queen like that. But the Thorns, because the Thorns is not going to be enough. Mark 7 random combats. Enemies in this room have 1 HP. Enchant all cards with card. So this is what I got last time. We'll take it again. Feel like that's very good. And if it gets nerfed, well, I'll enjoy it while it lasts. But Drum of Battle, yeah, we'll just toss everything. Look for either powers or bloodletting. We didn't get either. So yeah. Yeah. We will still draw cards. Oh my goodness, just a bunch of block? What do you mean? Well, I can block everything, but... my money! Yeah, because the Thorns will do its damage to the Operator because of how much damage it's doing to us. But otherwise... taunt, shrug, sit here. We'll take damage at some point, but as long as we can block relatively well, we'll be getting our damage. Hey, my Impervious! And now it doesn't want to shoot us, now that we have the thing. So instead, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to Cascade. And if we get Bloodletting, that would be nice. If we don't, well, sadness, I guess. That's not what I wanted to see. Strength increase, do I care about that? Maybe a little, right? Oh, I should have raged first. Whoopsie doopsie. Battle Trance. Anger again. Body Slam. And then it should die before it does any damage to us? Yeah. Evil Eye, replay 1. Armaments, replay, spite replay, Evil Eye. So card rewards have replay on them. Unfortunately, these don't count, so maybe I should be fighting more than I think. First attack skill you play each turn is placed on top of the draw pile instead. You know what? Why not? Start your combat, procure a potion-shaped rock, which is essentially damage. Lose 2 at the start of all other turns, gain 1. Yeah. Otherwise, what do we have here? Stoke, Flame Barrier, and let's remove a defend, and off we go. Probably should be fighting enemies. I don't want to just run into a bunch of enemies and elites, though, so you know what? We're still going to go out the right path. Transform a strike. Colossus. We're not guaranteed to have vulnerability put on, but 3 turns to defeat. As a blocking deck, we're just gonna pick the 75 HP, I guess. Are you gonna hit me in the face, by the way? I'm going to hope that you don't. You don't. So, it's all about us dealing as much damage as possible. So, I guess we Battle Trance. Evil Eye, strike, and just sit here and hope for the best. We do not have an attacking deck, so... Yeah, it's all really up to us to deal as much damage as possible in 3 turns, which doesn't seem to be the case. So, hey, can I get 34 damage? 1-2 punch, unrelenting, into free attack. Well, fun times ahead, right? Anywho, there's no lower difficulty. Yeah, to the right side. If I want to be cool, fight 2 elites, because then those cards will have replay on them, which is going to be very interesting. We could choose to demon form immediately. What I actually wanted was bloodletting. We did not get either, so I guess we start scaling along with this cultist, devoted sculptor. First attack skill is placed on top of brawl pile. Nostalgia 1-2 punch. Grapple, grapple, grapple. Sit here. So we're gonna start taking damage. If we don't take a lot of damage, maybe it's fine. This is really not great though. So I guess we'll bloodletting Impervious first, but then we'll stoke. That's an interesting power card. Unfortunately, it's not particularly what I needed. I needed attacks, and I'm not getting them. So, Flame, Pyre, get some block. And this is going to be a really interesting... Wow! Nice double draw into nothing, by the way. So, hopefully we get rid of it. I should have actually branded. Exhaust 1, right? Yeah, let's exhaust the ones that I don't need. And, there we go. Feels a lot better. Hey, a blood potion. So, Havoc, Anger, Thunderclap, Queen, Thunderclap for the pseudo AoE. Into a Soul Nexus, but we're doing our best. Can Thunderclap this twice for vulnerability? We'll try that out. Or we could Cascade here. Do I really want to do that? We can make this cost 0. So we'll do that, and then Cascade for anything but these 2. Fine, we'll drink an attack potion. That wasn't great either, but hey. Ow! Demon Form Drum. Can I get Bloodletting, please? Or did I already use Bloodletting? I did not. I just didn't draw it. Well. I would like to scale, so let's start scaling. Otherwise, we're also going to drink this blood potion really quickly. Higher Jackpot. Nope, Jackpot immediately. Bloodletting. We'll do our best. This is a really, really strange turn, though. Your strength is not increasing, right? You're just doing big attacks. Ow. And I'm not getting any block, but, you know, fair's fair in flame barriers. But, anywho. Could have Bloodlet there to try to do more damage. Oh, because we're getting vulnerability. That's why it's dealing, well, quote-unquote dealing more damage. Yeah, that's a little unfortunate. The question is, do we get to do anything else with our lives? Not really. In fact, I think we're dead here. That's 36 damage in the face. Well, I tried to block it all. What do you mean? So, as we die here, well, I guess that'll be it for the moment. Yeah, maybe I should have just stuck with my path. But again, hindsight. So yeah, without further ado, not really much else to say. I'll show you the run history here, but yeah, where would I have changed things? Probably, really the fork right before the elite. Yeah, because if I took any other path, it was too many enemies, I feel, without any rest in between. And even like 2 or 3 elites in a row without any way of recovering HP. Granted, I'm working with a block deck, but when you can't block everything that's coming out, maybe I need to rethink that. Aside from that, there were a few card decisions that I could have made differently, I suppose. What did I take in Act 3, starting from the beginning? Evil Eye, that was Defend. Flameberry, Stoke, Nostalgia, and we removed Defend. So a bunch of block. Kill with Fire transformed into Colossus, but we didn't have a lot of vulnerability. And Thunderclap, which I was trying to take for the Queen, because the Queen is like 2 enemies, but I gotta do some preparation for the boss, right? If you know who the boss is. But anyway, yeah, without further ado, not really much else to say. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye!